Hey, I'm Joseph Lavelle. You might remember me from such workshops as Escape from Procrastination. I'm from the Contextual Behavioral Science lab at University College Dublin. I'm also that guy that said that the dinosaurs and humans coexist at the same time in a radio interview. This is the very first installment in our series about procrastination. And over this series, we're going to be looking at how our thoughts and feelings, or more specifically, our attempts to control and struggle with our thoughts and feelings, can feed into procrastination. And that's where we're going to start off today, with our thoughts and feelings. Every day in our academic lives, we're grappling with ideas, concepts, tasks, essays, lab reports, thing after thing after thing. Each one of them demanding of us that we step away from what we know and what's comfortable to us, and away from that safe warmth of the comfort zone, out into that unknown. And as soon as we do that, up come those difficult thoughts, those feelings that are tricky for us to be with. And all of a sudden we're finding ourselves drawn towards procrastination. So when you have these difficult thoughts, those feelings, those uncomfortable feelings, and couple that in or throw that in with losing contact, losing sight of the person we want to be and our values, there's your perfect recipe right there for procrastination. Even thinking of an example from my own academic life, so a paper I'm working on at the moment, and the second I open that Word document, up come those difficult thoughts like, I'm not good enough, my work isn't good enough, it'll never be published, I'm going to be a failure. Up come those sort of fears of inviting criticism, of not being good enough. And very quickly, when you try to push those types of thoughts and feelings away, you can find yourself in a situation where you've watched all 124 episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and there's not a single word extra added to the paper. So I want to get us a little bit more in touch with the types of thoughts and feelings that pop up for you when you find yourself procrastinating. So a bit like those thoughts I was talking about with my own paper there a moment ago, like of not being good enough, that I'll fail, that my work isn't good enough. We want to start to get to notice those thoughts and feelings that start steering us towards procrastination. And we're going to do a little exercise just to help us along with that. So imagine that you're the driver of a bus along the road of your life. And things are generally pretty good on your bus. And as you drive along, you turn the bus towards a new destination. Soon you notice that some passengers in the back of the bus start to become unruly. They stand up and make noise, demanding you change course back to the other path. When you don't comply, they get louder and more obnoxious, using name-calling and threatening language to get you to change course away from this new destination. The closer you get to the destination, the more obnoxious and threatening they become. Now, reasoning with them doesn't work. They're not going to shut up, they're not going to leave the bus. Unable to get rid of them, you see your only option for restoring peace is to give in to their demands and change course. As soon as you steer away from the destination they didn't like, slowly but surely they begin to simmer down, eventually retreating quietly to the back of the bus. Now, these unruly passengers represent uncomfortable and unwanted thoughts and feelings triggered by a task. Steering away from the task or procrastinating temporarily relieves the stress of experiencing these sensations. The desire to get to the task remains, however, so the pattern repeats. And as you steer once more towards the task, noisy and belligerent passengers begin heckling until the course is changed away from the task again. Now, as the driver, you do have some choices. You could give up trying to get to your destination, or to speed to the destination as quickly as possible, yelling and arguing at the passengers all the way. But neither giving in to the passengers' demands nor fighting with them leads to satisfactory results. Sitting with the passengers accepting both their presence and your inability to control them is the first key to staying on course. And although these unwanted passengers may sound extremely threatening, actually cannot cause harm to you, the driver. Much like the uncomfortable thoughts and feelings surrounding tasks we delay. So now we've gotten a little bit more in touch with the passengers on your bus, we want to just take note of them using the help of the worksheet below. So just taking stock of the different thoughts, feelings, sensations that pop up for you when you find yourself procrastinating. Lastly then, please do subscribe to the channel so you can see the next videos in this series. And the very next video is going to be looking a little bit at what we can do to unhook from our thoughts so they're not the thing deciding what we do anymore. Lastly then, best of luck with your escape from procrastination.